Hey guys, Lewin here. As you can see behind me, I have a sugarcane farm, and with the changes to 1.11 in my hand, I have the observer block. And the farm behind me is a sugarcane farm that only uses one observer block. So if you'd like to see how to build this, just continue watching and I will get on with the tutorial. In order to build this farm, you are going to need a hole that is 5 by 10, as well as have it drop down 2 blocks, at least as far as this area here is concerned. And you'll need 2 hoppers pointing into a chest or wherever your collection system is going to go. So like right there will be where your main part of your collection will start. But if you have it going to something other than a chest, then you'll have to figure that part out on your own. As far as materials for the single cell, you'll need 6 blocks of dirt or sand, 12 pieces of glass, 6 pieces of glowstone to go over top of the sugarcane, 6 sugarcane to start, 12 furnaces, 6 slime blocks, 6 movable objects, in this case lime hardened clay, 1 sticky piston, a hopper, a dropper, 3 redstone dust, 2 repeaters, 1 comparator, 2 blocks to receive a redstone signal through, and 1 observer block, as well as a bucket of water. And of course, you'll need some type of material to build your contraption out of framework. In this case, I'm going to use the block of iron. So to start with, you'll want to place your 6 dirt or sand here, because sugarcane will grow on either. And as far as what I've been told, it doesn't matter either way. You'll also need to place 6 furnaces directly behind those, because these are not movable objects. You'll need to place one also here at the end, as well as over here at this end. And one, right up here. And one also right up there. Now that will encase your slime blocks. So that way they do not stick to anything. Now as far as what goes here, I moved it over just one, just for simplicity's sake. But I put the sticky piston right there. So that is about what the farm will look like to start. We'll go ahead and fill that in. And if you want, just for sake of looking nice, we'll put iron blocks there. Now over here, we'll bring a line of iron blocks to here. And also another furnace right there. And I just like to match things up, so I'm going to put another furnace right there. But it doesn't have to be furnaces, it can be any block that is considered an unmovable object. Now I'm going to take the lime green clay. Again, it doesn't have to be this block, it's just the block I have. And then put the observer block in there. That's kind of strange. Oops. Take our observer block. Now this requires you to place it in a certain pattern. Also it helps if you have it on your hotbar. Now there's 2 ways you can have this facing. You can have it facing this way or this way. If you have this end facing towards the farm, it will not work. This is the redstone output line. This is the detector area. The reason you can't have it here is it is a movable object, so if the slime block were to touch it, it would hang on to it and would just stay retracted. So you have to have it at 3 high, that's why we have this extra row of blocks. And over here, again, whoops. You don't need to, but you can put another furnace right there, just so it kind of resembles. It's not going to be 100%, but it will be close enough. Now you can take and fill in just this gap here, as well as here, and in the front here. I like to bring it up one more piece. Basically, so it kind of looks like this. Now you've got your glass front. I'm using slightly off-white glass. Now you could plant your crop in there before you close it off with glass. And just for simplistic sake, I'm going to. Because that's the inside part of the farm done. You've already got your collection point and your dirt and everything. So you could have it just like this and work on the rest of it. So, outside of this, you want to have one block that can take a redstone signal. Going into, now is actually off, it is 11 blocks you need, 11 by 5. That needs to come out, go, okay, we want our repeater coming out of here with 1 redstone dust, our dropper, our hopper, another block, and a block there with a redstone dust. Also want a block here, oops, with another repeater set to 4 ticks, and a piece of redstone dust. Now what this is doing is this will generate a 1-tick pulse every time something comes in front of it. So this will activate here, this will send an item from the dropper to the hopper, and from there it will activate the piston pushing it out, which will send another signal from here, causing this hopper to still be locked from having a signal. So it'll just come out here and decay if I've got it worked out right. Okay, then next to this dropper here, you actually are going to need another furnace. Because it'll be on top of that slime block. And we need our comparator. So when this goes off, it'll send a signal to this comparator. Have a little freeze there, which will activate this. And basically, that should, in theory, only activate at one time instead of having it do a continuous loop. And as you can see, the sugarcane broke off, going down into here. 2 pieces. And that is our redstone done. Now obviously you can take and do like I said, fill in here with the redstone there, as well as I kind of hate furnaces. Obviously break this off. And there you go. You have your first cell done. Obviously you can bring this up, oops, to cover up your redstone so you don't see it. But there you go. There's the one cell done. However, let's say you want to add more to it. Well, go ahead and take out that. Actually, no, we'll leave this line here. And take out that. Because we're going to add in another cell to this. It's another 6 long. Obviously the water won't come through there. So we want another bucket of water. And drop it right there. It'll meet up with the other one. And just to prove it works, throw in our bucket of water as a test. And it should be here. There's our bucket of water. Again, you just want to plant your 6 sugarcane. Obviously, you're going to need a slime block, a piston, and of course your building block and glass. Slime, 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 slime. No slime. Ah, furnace. That's the other thing we needed. Our good old furnace. Now obviously, like even back here, you could take and cover all this with furnaces. And back here. Just to kind of keep it somewhat clean. Put back on the target here. Just add those. Add that. So it kind of keeps an even appearance. Obviously you're going to want one there. And you might as well put one there as well. And one there. And grab our movable block. Stack them up. Oops. Pop in our sticky piston for good measure. Obviously you'll want to take and extend this out. And extend that across. And up. So there we have our 2 sections done. Now you can see in, and you can see into the divider there. You could use a different block. You could also leave that as a divider. But I'm opening that up for a different reason. Oops, there we are. Take and grab our glowstone. Because obviously you want to have some light in here to keep it from being spawnable. Keeps that all good and squared away. And I just like to have it looking really quite nice. And furnaces down here just to finish off, keeping it somewhat not spawnable. Okay, note to self, when placing in something like this, make sure the bottom blocks are not movable objects. I had iron blocks under there. So I've been sitting here trying to rack my brain as to why I could not get this to move. Getting kind of frustrated with it. Okay, so once you figured out that there's no iron blocks behind, you can see everything looks good right there. The other thing I changed back here is this redstone line had to come from that repeater into this repeater, into a full block, a half slab arch, another full block, put that back in there, redstone dust. Now we should be good to go. So we're going to take our 3 bits of sugarcane. That was just for me. I dropped it by accident. Take our 3 bits of sugarcane, and now the second one will always be on a slight delay. I cannot get that to fix itself. Maybe someone out there who has better knowledge of redstone can make that work. But now say you want something taller. Well, I can show you how to expand this with a very, very easy bit of redstone. Okay, now in order to do the upper level, all you need is a block here that with a comparator on top off of this signal, and then a 2-high torch tower, and redstone out to a repeater, and then redstone all the way across, just like so. And basically any modules that you have, after about 15 you'll want to take and drop a repeater. I'm just dropping a repeater here to give it a strong enough signal to get all the way down. The modules themselves are basically the same as what's down below, other than your first one, which needs this redstone circuit right here. So we come up to the front here, and I left a piece of glass here. And actually, let's go ahead and there you go. Just like that. Now I took out the center section there just to make it all clear so you can see what it's like. But you could put in that line again. But I kind of like the way that looks right there. And as you can see, we got sugarcane in here. But that is how you make that. And you can actually make this as big as you want. I figured it up. It's about just a little over 6 modules. Well, just a little over 5, so about 6 modules. Every time this harvests, it'll get you a stack of wheat if you have 6 of these. So if I was to do another 2 modules off of here, I would have a stack of wheat each time this harvests. I would say that's not too bad. And from what I can tell up here, I don't see any wheat standing on on the dirt, which is good. Which means that that pretty much is lossless. You might get it where it glitches and hangs up as it comes across, but I haven't really seen too much of that unless you're placing in a lot of wheat over and over and over again like I was over here. But yeah, that should just about cover it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As you can see, I actually built another one for reference. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know I liked building it and figuring it out as I was working on it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and until next time, guys, have fun.